Hello, hi. Welcome to the session. Myself, Dr. P. Shivaranjani, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, handling Management Information System for Computer Application student of second year. So today we'll discuss about approaches to the management. So for the management development process, it is a hierarchical stage. It starts with the manager training, area manager, department manager, shift operation manager, relational vice president. So this is the different stages that can be achieved by the manager in the case of your management development process. So the definition of your management development process, it is a contiguous process of developing managers' knowledge, skills, and altitude through instruction, demonstration, and plan the experience to meet the present and future need of the business. So this is the definition of management development system. So according to Tom Robert in 1974, he described the management development system as an attempt to improve the managerial efficiency through a planned, deliberated learning process. So this is what the definition was given by Tom Robert in 1974. And there is also another agency called as a Training Service Agency in 1977 defined management development process as an attempt to improve the managerial effectiveness through a learning process. So this is the attempt, this is the one which was said by the Alan Mumford in 1989. So the next is the stages of your managerial development process, and it is an integral part of the process of organization development with some prerequisites such as they should have an effective manpower, planning coupled with the procedures for the recruitment and selections. And they should also have a programs of management developments such as culture and organization requirements and demand of the particular managerial jobs. So this is the outline of the management development process. So it has the framework of clear policy statement of the particular company, followed by the succession planning and career progressions. So they'll concentrate on the performance review, training and learning, self-development, motivation and rewards in order to improve the organization as an effective one, or in order to achieve the target of the goal of the particular company. So the next is the 5 basic principles for the successful management development process. The first is management development is essentially providing an opportunity for the manager to develop themselves. So this is all development is a self-development, which was said by D. Duckers. And the next is all development and training needed should be geared to the need of the individuals and to the need of the company. This is the managerial development process of second principle. And the third principle is the process of the managerial development can only take place if the climate of the organization is favorable. The top management commitment plus the climate of the trust. So this is the third principle. And the fourth principle is most powerful influence in the development of the manager is the manager's boss. And the fifth principle is the management development is a long range process and it is unrealistic to accept quick result. So some of the management development process which has been working towards the level of the success should have the clear appropriate job objectives, followed by the effective selection for the job, driven by the business opportunities or problem, ownership shared, hierarchical by the individual self-development by the person, shared diagnosis of individual need of the group of needs, Development activities are appropriated to need and appropriate individuals based upon the managerial reality. Development process are linked. Learning processes are identified and worked on. Outputs are identified and measured. So this is the one which will helpful for the management development process in order to achieve the success level. So some of the causes for the failure of your management development process, which includes the purpose, poor diagnosis of the cultures, poor analysis of the individual need, development process, over emphasis on formal or general of jobs, future success planning, mechanism of experience. Next is the favor of the month and owned by the personals. So, what affect the choice of the management development process? So, the continuous factor affecting the choice of the development approaches, which includes the size of the organizations, money and the resources available, cultural or managerial values, management styles, support from the top, technological, product or service and product life cycle, organization plan. And some other things are market pressures, stages in careers, individuals' needs, motivations of the manager, calibrate of the managers, skill in coaching, appraising, delegating and counseling, etc., union involvement, learning theory, economic climate. So this is the choice which will affect your managerial development process. So the author Mumford had some questions against the management development process. He questioned such as, look back over your managerial career and identify there are two most significant learning experience and your two least significant learning experience has to be looked out. And next one is look back at your life and pick out the major effects in it which help them to make the persons you are assessing, and each by defining your feeling about it and then now. What you think you learned from the experience at the time, whether you have learned something new or different by looking back at it now. So this is the second question. And third question is, how far the best and the worst experience been planned from a structured and compared and informal experience. So this is what the question which has been raised towards your management development process. So for this question, the answer is the career management. So we'll see the definition of your career management. The career management plan and shapes the progression of the individual within an organization in accordance with the assessment of the organizational need and the performance, potential and preferences of the individual member of the enterprises. So the next is overall aim of your career management. This will help you to ensure the organization need for the management success or satisfied, to provide a men and women of the promise with the sequence of training and experience that will equip them to whatever level of responsibility they are able to reach, to give the individuals with the potential, the guidance and the encouragement that they need if they are fulfill their potential and achieve the successful career with the organization in tune with the talents and the aspirations. So this is the graphical representation which shows the career management process. So here it considered the age in x-axis and performance in y-axis. So they use 5 different types of performance metrics in order to measure the career management process. The metrics are exploration, establishment, mid-care, late care and decline. So here you can see at each approximate age they'll start their working career at the age of 20 and they'll get retirement there at the age of 70, and each stage they'll have a huge achievement has to be done in the case of your career management system. The next is about The career management process includes exploration. Individual makes the critical choice about their career. Establishment, searching for work, getting the first job, learning on the job, gaining evidence of the success or failure. Next level is your career improvement in the performance or begin to deliberate. The fourth one is your late career. For those who continue to grow through the mid-career stage is pleasant time. For those who have stagnant means they are locked into their current jobs. The final stage is decline. The final stage is difficult for everyone. So this is the retirement of their particular person. So the next one is key to the successful management career. So you have to do good works, present the right time, learn the powerful structure, gain control of the organizational resources, stay visible, stay mobile, find a mentor, support your boss. So the next one is integrating approaches to the management development. So some of the key components are required to integrate your management development process. The one such as reality of the management. The approaches to the management development should be avoided by making a simplistic assumptions on what the manager should need to know or to do. Next is relevance. The management development process must relate to the need of the particular manager in specific job. The next is self-development. The manager need to be encouraged the development themselves and help to do to some other persons also. And he should also develop and makes other people to also be developed. Next one is your experimental learning. The principal method by the managers can be equipped by providing them with the right variety of experience and formal training. The courses supplemented bits can never be replaced the experience. So, according to Mumford Virtual Learning Circle, he had described the particular task. He had described the particular task in the overall activities of your career development management system. So that is your. It starts with the effective reality, problem-centered, focused, prescribed relevancy, intermediate application, solution-centered, rewards for the application, enthusiasm for further learning. So here in the particular diagram, it starts according to Mumford's learning sequence. You should generalize the knowledge, skills, or theories that should be translated to your own situations without any drawback. And next one, they should have difficulties in applications. And next, they should have the absence of rewards for learning process. And finally, they have to come to an end. So the next one is your career management policies. So for making or buying, they should have some kind of career management policies. So for make and grow its own manager, a promotion from within the policy, recruit and buy disability from outside, bringing a fresh blood into the organization. In short or long-term policies, they'll have a short-term needs, long-term plan, long-term flexibilities. So the next is about specialized and generality, developing better and better speciality, developing an appropriate number of generalists who are capable of experiencing the efficiency of all possible managerial functions. Dealing with the plateaued management, they should have a content maturity, discontent maturity, and toward rising suns. So next is approaches to the management development. So there are two different types of approaches which has been available for the management development. One is called as a formal approach and another one is called as an informal approach. In formal approach, they'll have developed their own jobs through coaching, counseling, monitoring, and feedback by managers. And they develop their work experience, which includes job rotating, job engagement, and taking part in the project teams or task group. Whereas in the case of your informal approach, they embarrasses the self-assessment and identifications of the development needed by getting the managers to assess their own performance against agreed objectives, getting managers to produce their own development plan. So in the case of your formal approaches, they'll also have a formal training by the means of your internal or external courses, and they'll also have a self-development structure followed by the self-development programs agreed with the management. So whereas in the case of your informal approach, they'll have an encouraging managers to discuss their own problems and opportunities with their boss or colleagues. So that's it. Thank you all.